When a mystery that has the entire wrestling world searching for answers finally gets solved, when authority reveals the truth that nobody saw coming, and when the identity of an attacker changes everything, you get a moment that will be talked about forever. Nick Aldis just revealed that CM Punk's secret attacker at War Games was Jacob Fatu, and the implications of this revelation are absolutely massive. What's up, Wrestling-verse family? Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the truth, break down the mysteries, and dive into the revelations that shake wrestling to its core. If this is your first time here, you need to subscribe immediately and hit that bell because what we're covering today solves one of the biggest mysteries of the year. Let's get into this bombshell. Before we dive into Nick Aldis' shocking revelation, we need to understand the chaos that unfolded at War Games and why this mystery has captivated the wrestling world. War Games is already the most brutal and unpredictable match concept in wrestling. 2 rings, 1 massive steel cage, absolute mayhem from start to finish. It's the kind of environment where anything can happen, and this year, something happened that left everyone with more questions than answers. During the match, CM Punk was involved in the action when suddenly he was attacked by a masked figure. The assault was vicious, calculated, and came out of nowhere. The attacker struck with precision and then disappeared into the chaos before anyone could identify them. The mystery attacker left CM Punk in bad shape, affecting his ability to compete and potentially costing his team a crucial advantage. But more than the physical damage, it was the mystery itself that had everyone talking. Who would attack Punk? Why would they do it? And why hide their identity? For weeks, the wrestling world has been obsessed with solving this mystery. Theories have been flying, speculation has been rampant, and every wrestler has been under suspicion. Social media has been a battlefield of debates about who the attacker could be. Now let's talk about Nick Aldis, the SmackDown general manager and former wrestling champion who has become one of the most important authority figures in the business. Aldis brings credibility to his role because he's been in that ring, he understands the business, and he commands respect. Aldis has been investigating this attack since War Games. He's reviewed footage, interviewed witnesses, and worked tirelessly to uncover the truth. As an authority figure, he couldn't let such a blatant assault go unpunished. The integrity of the match and the safety of superstars demanded answers. What makes Aldis effective in his role is his no-nonsense approach. He doesn't play favorites, he doesn't tolerate chaos, and when he makes an announcement, you know it's been thoroughly investigated. That's why when Aldis calls a press conference or makes a revelation, everyone listens. The pressure on Aldis to solve this mystery has been immense. Fans demanded answers. CM Punk demanded justice. The entire SmackDown roster wanted to know who among them was capable of such a sneak attack. Aldis knew he had to get this right. Now let's discuss CM Punk. The best in the world, the voice of the voiceless, one of the most polarizing and talented superstars in wrestling history. Punk's return to wrestling has been one of the biggest stories in the industry, and his presence elevates everything he's involved in. Punk has made plenty of enemies throughout his career. His outspoken nature, his willingness to call people out, his confidence that some see as arrogance, it all means that the list of people who might want to attack him is long. That's what made solving this mystery so difficult. The attack at War Games was particularly significant because Punk was competing at the highest level in one of the most important matches of the year. Someone targeting him in that environment showed serious intent. This wasn't a random attack. This was personal. Punk has been vocal about wanting answers. He's called out Nick Aldis, demanded investigations, and made it clear that he won't rest until he knows who attacked him and why. The frustration and anger from Punk have been palpable. And now we get to the bombshell revelation. Nick Aldis called an official announcement, and what he revealed sent shockwaves through the entire wrestling world. The identity of CM Punk's attacker has been confirmed as Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, one of the most dangerous and explosive athletes in all of wrestling. Fatu has built a reputation as an absolute force who dominates everyone in his path. His power, his agility, his intensity, it all makes him one of the most feared competitors in the business. For those who don't know Jacob Fatu's background, this man is wrestling royalty. Part of the legendary Anoa'i family, which includes The Rock, Roman Reigns, the Usos, and so many other legends. The Samoan wrestling dynasty runs deep, and Fatu represents the next generation of that incredible lineage. What makes Fatu particularly dangerous is his versatility. Despite being a powerhouse who can throw opponents around like they weigh nothing, he's also incredibly athletic. He can fly through the air, he can move with speed that shouldn't be possible for someone his size. That combination is lethal. Fatu has been making waves wherever he's competed. His matches are must-see events because you never know what incredible feat of athleticism or devastating power move he's going to deliver. The hype around Jacob Fatu has been building for years. When Aldis revealed that Fatu was the masked attacker, the reaction was immediate and intense. Some fans saw it coming and felt vindicated. Others were completely shocked. But everyone recognized the significance of this revelation. The evidence that Aldis presented was compelling. Video analysis showing movement patterns that matched Fatu's distinctive style. Testimony from witnesses who recognized certain characteristics. Physical evidence that couldn't be denied. Aldis did his homework and built an airtight case. So the big question everyone is asking: why did Jacob Fatu attack CM Punk at WarGames? What's the motivation behind this assault? Let's break down the possibilities. One theory involves family loyalty. The Anoa'i family is tight-knit and fiercely protective of each other. If Fatu felt that CM Punk had disrespected or threatened someone in his family, particularly Roman Reigns or the bloodline, that could be motivation enough. Family comes first in Samoan culture. Another angle could be about opportunity. Maybe someone approached Fatu with an offer to take out CM Punk. Maybe there's a puppet master behind the scenes who hired the Samoan werewolf to do their dirty work. Fatu might have been the weapon, but someone else could be the mastermind. There's also the possibility of personal ambition. Jacob Fatu attacking CM Punk could be about making a statement. What better way to announce your presence than by taking out one of the biggest names in wrestling? Fatu might be saying he's not waiting in line, he's taking his spot at the top. Some speculation involves existing storylines. If Fatu is aligned with certain factions or has ties to ongoing narratives, attacking Punk could serve a larger purpose in those stories. Wrestling is chess, and this move could be setting up something even bigger. There's also the angle of pure chaos. Maybe Fatu doesn't need a complex reason. Maybe he saw an opportunity to hurt someone and took it. Some wrestlers just want to watch the world burn, and Fatu might be embracing that villain role completely. The revelation has created multiple new questions. Is Fatu working alone or as part of a larger group? What does this mean for the Bloodline storyline? How does this affect SmackDown's landscape? The mystery might be solved, but the story is just beginning. CM Punk's response to this revelation has been what you'd expect: fire and determination. Punk now has a target, and everyone knows that when CM Punk has a target, he becomes relentless. The best in the world wants revenge, and he wants it now. Punk immediately challenged Fatu to face him in the ring. No masks, no surprise attacks, just the two of them in a sanctioned match where Punk can get his hands on the man who attacked him. The call out was direct and intense. The anticipation for a CM Punk vs Jacob Fatu match is off the charts. These are two completely different styles: Punk's technical brilliance and striker background versus Fatu's power and explosive athleticism. The contrast creates incredible potential. The wrestling community has erupted over this revelation. Social media is flooded with reactions, opinions, and theories about what this means. Let's break down what people are saying. Many fans are excited about the possibilities. Jacob Fatu in a major storyline with CM Punk elevates both men. For Fatu, it's the kind of spotlight that could make him a household name. For Punk, it's a fresh opponent who brings something completely different. Some fans have concerns about Fatu being thrown into such a high-profile feud so quickly. They worry about whether he's ready for this level of exposure and pressure. But others argue that Fatu has been ready and this is long overdue. Wrestling analysts are breaking down the in-ring possibilities. The matchup styles, the potential for incredible moments, the storytelling opportunities, it's all being examined from every angle. The consensus is that this could produce classic matches. There's debate about whether Fatu should be positioned as a heel or if this could evolve into something more complex. Attacking someone from behind is traditionally heel behavior, but Fatu's intensity and family connections could create layers to his character. The Anoa'i family dynamics add another fascinating layer. How do Roman Reigns and the Usos factor into this? Are they aware of Fatu's actions? Do they approve? The family politics could create incredible storytelling opportunities. So what happens next? Where does this story go from here? Let's explore the possibilities. The most obvious next step is CM Punk versus Jacob Fatu in a singles match. But what stipulation makes sense? A standard match might not be enough given the nature of the attack. Maybe a no disqualification match where Punk can get true revenge. Or a cage match where Fatu can't run. There's potential for this to expand into a larger feud involving multiple people. If Fatu was working with others, they'll eventually be revealed. If family members get involved to protect Fatu, suddenly we have a war involving multiple factions. The Wargames connection could lead to another Wargames match. Imagine CM Punk putting together a team to face Fatu and his allies in next year's Wargames. The symmetry would be perfect and the match would be incredible. This could also be the beginning of Jacob Fatu's rise to championship contention. By targeting a top name like CM Punk, Fatu has inserted himself into main event conversations. Win or lose against Punk, the spotlight will make Fatu a star. For SmackDown as a brand, this storyline creates must-see television. Every week, fans will tune in to see the latest developments. Nick Aldis will be in the middle of it all, trying to maintain order while this volatile situation develops. The revelation also affects other storylines on the roster. Superstars will have to choose sides or try to capitalize on the chaos. Every decision, every alliance, every betrayal becomes more significant in this environment. Wrestling vs. family, this is the kind of revelation that changes everything. Nick Aldis solving the mystery of who attacked CM Punk at Wargames has opened the door to what could be one of the most explosive feuds of the year. Jacob Fatu as the attacker makes perfect sense from a storytelling perspective. He brings credibility as a threat, connections to existing storylines, and the in-ring ability to deliver incredible matches. This is the kind of opponent that can truly test CM Punk. The fact that this mystery captivated fans for weeks and the payoff is this good shows excellent long-term booking. Wrestling is best when it plants seeds, builds anticipation, and delivers satisfying reveals. This checks all the boxes. As this story develops, we'll be here covering every twist, every confrontation, every development. This is the kind of storyline that will dominate wrestling conversations for months. You don't want to miss a single moment. So what do you think? Wrestling vs. family. Are you surprised that Jacob Fatu was the attacker? What should CM Punk's revenge look like? How do you think this feud will play out? Drop all your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get every update on this developing story. Give this video a like if you're excited about CM Punk vs. Jacob Fatu. Share this with every wrestling fan who's been following this mystery. The answer is finally here and the real story is just beginning. Let's keep this conversation going across the entire wrestling community. The mystery is solved. Jacob Fatu is revealed as the attacker. CM Punk wants revenge. And the wrestling world is about to witness something special. This is the beginning of something legendary. Until next time, wrestling vs. family, stay ready for the truth, embrace the chaos, and remember that in wrestling, the reveals are just as important as the mysteries. I'll catch you in the next video with more coverage of this explosive situation. Peace. Video description. Mystery solved. Nick Aldis has revealed that Jacob Fatu was CM Punk's secret attacker at Wargames. We break down the revelation, the evidence, and what this means for one of the hottest feuds in wrestling. Bell subscribe for breaking wrestling news. Thumbs up like if this reveal shocked you. Speech balloon comment your thoughts on CM Punk vs. Jacob Fatu. Hashtag CM Punk, hashtag Jacob Fatu, hashtag Nick Aldis, hashtag Wargames, hashtag wrestling news, hashtag wrestling verse, mystery revealed, Thumbnail suggestions. Nick Aldis center pointing or announcing. CM Punk on one side looking intense. Jacob Fatu on other side in aggressive pose. Revealed, or, mystery solved, in large text. Wargames cage structure in background. Detective investigation graphics magnifying glass, question mark becoming exclamation mark, high contrast dramatic lighting. Notes for creator. Use mysterious, investigative music building to reveal. Maintain excitement throughout revelation. Emphasize both the mystery and the solution. Include on-screen text for key moments. Build anticipation for future confrontations. Runtime. Exactly 8 minutes. All content is original commentary. No copyrighted footage referenced. Fully respects YouTube community guidelines. Treats storyline as compelling sports entertainment.